Hello, in this video I would like to explain the exercise which I did on the for the first assignment. So for the first exercise we had to generate to generate a lottery number from 7 random numbers. So I'm importing the random library, defining a empty list or array where I will store the numbers. Uh, Going over from 1 to 7 and generating uh, a number in the range from 0 to 9 and appending the number to the lottery number, that the empty list, that list, printing the list, so it will print the lottery number and printing each number. Yeah, so let's move to the second exercise. On the second exercise, so we had to read two files, girl names and boy names. So we had here I'm reading the files. Here I am asking to introduce the user to introduce or a boy name or a girl name or a boy and girl name. After that, if I'm checking if the user introduced two names by splitting it. So after splitting I will get as a result, checking name will be an array with one parameter if there will be boy or girl, or two parameters, boy name, girl name, or girl name and boy name. After that I'm defining an empty array, clean names, where I will clean the names. So after I defined a function clean file which you gave take two parameters, input file, output file, or list. Yeah, the input list, output list. So it's going over all lines, all elements of the list, and just cleaning for this one, for this character, special one. After that, we defined another value. Another value, another function, name exists, which is checking if a name exists in a list. So yeah, it is checking and returning true or false if whether the name exists or not. After that, so I declared a third function, checking top. So this one is checking, taking a parameter, a name parameter. So this one is taking values of checking name. Yeah, so if a name exists, I'm calling this function. If a name exists with the parameter name and uh, the second parameter is the result of cleaning file function result with these two parameters, clean names and boy names. Yeah, so if the name is inside of the list, is in the list, so it will display this message. So it's checking in the boy in the list of boys names, after that in the list of girls names, and if the introduced names isn't in any of those files, those lists, so none of the introduced names was in top 200. After that, so if he introduced one name, so it will call the checking top with the first checking top function with this parameter, so the first element uh, of the clean names, of the checking names, and I'm using capitalize in order to not to make like to be unsensitive with small letters names, small first letter. So if the user introduced two names, it is checking twice, once in the boy list, after that in girl list, and the second element in the boy list and then the girl list, and displaying the message. And if there is there is not, it doesn't find the name in those lists, so just introduce the names correctly. So the third exercise, we had to check if a given matrix is a low shoe magic square. So yeah, importing numpy, the low shoe magic square matrix, empty matrix. So here I have the determinator, which checks if the matrix is a low magic one or not. And here I just am having like generating 10,000 matrix to check if they're like testing if it works. And I was running it few times, so um, it was 0 times when it appears determinator like show magic square. Okay, let's move to the third example. Yeah, so here I had just to plot to create to visualize all prices for gas for 52 average prices for gas for 52 weeks, which we takes for importing from this file. So opening the file, reading the file by line, cleaning the values, cleaning the each line, the value of each line, yeah. After that, converting a simple list to an numpy array. After that, creating the x-axis. Yeah, so I had it upside down. So weeks is the x-axis and x-axis is y-axis. So I had to rename it. Yeah. And you can see in the report the chart which is displayed. So I set a title for the chart for the plot, y label, x label, and just showing the chart. So yeah, thank you for your attention. Sorry for a long video.